The world is more connected now than ever before, and if you're traveling, you'll probably take a device or two or even three with you: phones, tablets, laptops. But it can be dangerous. Here with ways to stay safe is Monty Donaldson with the Better Business Bureau. Monty, how can we keep those devices secure, especially when we're traveling, visiting hotels and resorts?
Well, Jasmine, everybody wants to record everything and take pictures of everything, but you need to be really careful. Do you really need every one of those devices? So that's the first tip is, do you really need everything you're packing away? Because you have to have chargers and carriers and things like that. The second thing to think about is, where are you going to be charging your phone as you're traveling? So we have some great tips to that. So if you're in a coffee shop or you're in a restaurant and you just want to get up for a minute, take your tablet with you. Don't leave your phone or your tablet with a stranger. Be careful about where you charge your phone. If you're in an airport, use a portable charger or a wall unit. Be really careful about public USB ports, because that's where you get into some trouble. And just everything you use, make sure that where you are, that you kind of have a secure Wi-Fi spot, because that's where people are going to steal your information or get your information off your phone. So that's very critical when you're traveling, because you don't want your credit card numbers, your bank information going into the wrong hands.
Monty, for people traveling for business and they have to have those laptops, they have to have that Wi-Fi, how do they know this Wi-Fi is safe and secure?
We always want to look for, when you, maybe in fact you're going into a hotel and you need to see, does it say this is a secure website? If not, use the hotspot on your phone. You could also use a two-factor authentication when you're getting in and out of your devices, just to make sure that you are the only one that can get in, you're the only one that can get out. And when you're not working, the thing to think about, if you're, say, watching a movie in a hotel and you're using a streaming service, make sure that you disconnect your record from that TV. So sign out so that the next person doesn't come along and start charging something to your Netflix or Prime account.
Monty, people are still getting scammed booking vacations. Before you even leave, how can you book your vacation safely and make sure that's secure?
If you're making airline reservations, make sure that you are making them with them, probably with the airline. That's what I would suggest. If you're using a travel agency, if you're using a travel app, make sure with the BBB that that app, that company is legitimate. And just be careful of deals that are too good to be true, because that's where you get in trouble every time.
Yeah, you see a lot of those 50% off flights, 50% off hotel rooms, and you never really know if it's the real deal. What other tips and tricks do you have for people traveling? A lot of people will be traveling this week for Independence Day.
So if you're flying, there again, make sure that when you're making your reservations that you are going to not the sponsored site for the airline, but the real one coming down the page a little bit. Just because it's at the top of the page doesn't mean that that is the legitimate website you're supposed to use. If you're also look out for a misspelling or something that doesn't look right grammatically in the website or in anything that you're using. So be very careful with things like that.
All right, Monty, a lot of good tips this week. Thanks so much for joining us here on Alabama Live. We appreciate it.
Thank you.